what's going on, guys? Hope it's going great, and we're gonna talk more about mods today. Yay! It's everyone's favorite thing. So let's go ahead and let's talk about mods. And today we're gonna talk about Darth Revan and the Sith Empire. One of the biggest, most important staple teams in the game, in my humblest of opinions. They can take out most every team in the game that's not a galactic legend, and sometimes gas, depending on how good gas is. Darth Revan really is, there is a reason that he was the meta for as long as he was. This team is beyond powerful. So really, it's one of the teams that you can get away with having crappy mods. You shouldn't, not telling you to have bad mods, but if a team is gonna have not the best mods, this might be the one because, I mean, for Grand Arena, for Squad Arena, you gotta have great mods. Because they're so freaking powerful. Let's start off with the man himself and talk about Darth Revan. Now, there's kind of two aspects to think about this. One's going to be in Grand Arena to be prepared for any sort of opponent that you might have. The other one is what I face more often, which is the Darth Revan mirror match, because as you can take a look, my Squad Arena is all Darth Revan. Once you get up into like the top 100, then I start to see the Galactic Legends and you start to see the gases and stuff like that. The high, around 100 is where you start to see that, but it's, for me, all Darth Revan. So all I ever do in Squad Arena is Darth Revan mirror matches. And I think my mod advice for you would change a little bit based on whether you're trying to prepare for Grand Arena when your opponent might have a gas, might have something that you need to go up against that's pretty tough, that is, I mean, not to say that Darth Revan mirror matches aren't, but I digress. Let's talk about mods. So I think, and this is going to be pretty common for the Sith Empire, speed. I mean, we talk about speed a lot, but I can't tell you how important speed is on Darth Revan. I mean, if you have god tier mods on Darth Revan, for almost every team, it's gonna be a guaranteed win. I mean, we're not talking Galactic Legends. They're a tier of their own, but I mean, man, landing Insanity at the beginning and basically giving your entire team a free turn before the enemy gets to go is absolutely huge. So if you are fast enough that you can get out in front of everyone, land Insanity on the leader, which is going to give fear to everyone else, it's absolutely huge. So speed set, gonna be required. Use the speed set. Speed primary on the arrow. As much speed as you can physically possibly give your Darth Revan throughout the secondaries. He needs all of the speed he can possibly get because you want him out there first. And when it comes to Darth Revan mirror matches, between him and Bastila Shan Fallen, mirror matches are won and lost based on speed. Basically speed alone. I'm going to say that speed and your secondaries matter more than your primaries on anything else. Speed is what matters in Darth Revan mirror matches. Now when it comes up when you're going up against gas or someone else, then your secondaries start to matter a whole lot more. But as a whole, speed is so key with Darth Revan. So on your secondaries and what you want to focus on, critical chance, offense, all of that fun stuff is always important. But like I said, speed is the big one. After that, go for offense, go for potency, go for critical chance, but speed. Do not pay every expense that you have. Get the speed on him. Put all of the speed on your Darth Revan. So speed primary there, over here, again, speed and offense secondaries on your triangle. Now, if you're fighting the same fight that I am and your Squad Arena is all Darth Revans, if it's not, I would say critical damage is probably the ideal one. Critical chance is also very nice because you want Darth Revan to be landing critical hits. He won't have a lot of trouble with that, but the critical chance isn't a bad idea. But I would probably go with critical damage. You could also go with offense. What I would say is if you're doing mostly just Darth Revan mirror matches though, I would say focus more on the speed and less on the primary. So if you've got kind of a crappy primary, but a big difference in speed, I would get the higher speed because like I said, mirror matches with Darth Revan are won and lost on speed. So speed is huge. And I'm gonna say the same thing for your cross as well. Offense is super nice, but speed, man. Speed is really where it's at with Darth Revan. I literally can't say that enough. For your other set, I would probably go critical chance. I don't think there's really anything else worthwhile to go for. Critical chance and speed. And then if you're not focusing on the mirror matches, I would say critical damage on the primary, on the triangle, and then for the primary on your cross, I would do offense. You could do potency. I would do the offense personally. But yeah, honestly, that's how I do it. The protection health I guess health, it doesn't really matter. The one with more speed. Honestly, that's going to be the name of the game. Whatever mod has more speed, just do it. And that's all I have to say for Darth Revan. Give him speed. Let the man take his turns. That's all he wants in life. And then let's move on to probably the next most important, which, I don't know, Malak's in there too. But Bastila Shan Fallen. Bastila Fallen is absolutely huge, especially in those Darth Revan mirror matches, in my opinion. I'm not sure. I haven't quantitatively decided which is more important. Darth Revan going before the other team and getting insanity on the opposing Darth Revan and giving fear to everyone, or Bastila Shan Fallen going first, so she gets her corrupted battle meditation out on the field so that the other team can't inflict any debuffs on you. That's pretty huge as well. I'm not really sure which is more important, but honestly, at the end of the day, what I'm going to tell you for this is basically going to be pretty similar to Darth Revan, and that is speed. As much speed as you can possibly put on her. And that's really going to be kind of the message of the day. Speed set, I do potency. You could also do critical chance. You could really do it either way. I focus on the potency more just because she already seems to be getting critical hits, so that's fine. Speed on your arrow, that should go without saying. On your triangle, critical damage, critical chance, offense, all good options. Again, make sure you have a lot of speed. And then on your cross, you could go offense or potency. Depending on who you're going up against, potency wouldn't be a bad idea, but that's kind of up to you. I currently have offense on her, but potency I think would be every bit as viable of an option. Over here, health, protection, just get the one with more speed. Again, more speed and more speed. So yeah, lots of speed. Your secondaries focus on speed, critical chance, offense, potency, stuff like that. Those are your big ones that you want to focus on, kind of, you know, the name of the game for everyone. So yeah, Bastila Shan Fallen. Speed, potency, critical chance, just blast them. Absolutely wreck them. I mean, these two together can duo most teams. Like, it's not gas. If it's something lower than gas, these two can solo some Jedi Knight Revan teams. I mean, it's absolutely huge. All right, next up, let's talk about the big daddy of them all. And let's talk about Darth Malak. Darth Malak is like my favorite Sith Empire character because he is so freaking busted. He can solo so many teams. It's absurd, and I absolutely love it. He was my first Relic 7, and it's because he is so doggone powerful. And so mods for him are going to be super important. So let's go ahead and hop into the mods. You can go this a couple of different routes. You could go a speed set with a health secondary set, or you could do like I do and go a full health set. Really, you can't go wrong either way. One way you're going to be taking more turns, the other way you're going to be super, super tanky. I want my Malak to be super, super tanky, personally. That's just me. So I'm going to go the health route. Now, let's talk about the triangle first. That's usually the one we talk about first. And this one, there's some room for, you know, choices here. There are different arguments to be made for each one. The first one, which we do a lot, is a speed set, or a speed primary. Nothing wrong with that, you're gonna take more turns. That's a pretty easy option. Another one would be a protection mod. Now, this is where you're gonna get to see some use out of your protection mods. Why would you do that? Well, that is because of his Jaws of Life. At the start of battle, he is going to lose all of his protection, and he's going to gain that much max health. Right now, my Malak has 137,000 protection. Basically, add that to his health. That's how much health he has. It's absurd. And the reason that you would run protection over health is because, for instance, on my cross, I'm getting 24% protection. With health, I would be getting 16%. So you get more bang for your buck with the protection mods. So there's definitely an argument to be made for running a protection triangle as well. The one that I run is a little bit different, and it's critical avoidance. And there's arguments to be made for and not having critical avoidance. One to be made against what I'm doing is when he gets critical hit, your opponent will get inflicted with fear, which means they basically get to miss a turn. And if you get critically hit bad enough, you're probably going to fall, or you could pretty quickly fall below that 25% threshold, which means you get a free turn, you get to reset your cooldowns. So you're going to get stacks of Dark Infusion quicker. So there's argument to be made for it. I like him to have the high critical avoidance because once he gets those 3 stacks of Dark Side Infusion, he's going to be so hard to kill. Add the critical avoidance. It's going to be so hard to land a critical hit on him that it's going to be really nice. It's going to make him really tanky and very survivable. It's going to increase his survivability. I don't know about making him survivable. I don't know if that's a real thing, but survivability is going to increase a lot. So I run crit avoidance. It's probably the lesser of the 3 options, but I wanted to just try crit avoidance out. So that's what I would do for that. Your other ones, I would focus for your secondaries on speed. Potency's nice to land the debuffs. But I would probably do critical chance, offense, stuff like that. Protection is actually pretty nice to have as well. So this is a place where you can finally use your protection secondaries. So, I mean, to be completely honest, other than defense, I guess, there aren't a lot of things. And I mean, even defense is good for Malak. There's no mod that isn't good for Malak. I'm not gonna lie to you. So everything, tenacity maybe, but even tenacity's good. So I won't lie to you. There are no bad mods for Malak. I mean, there's optimal mods, but any mod you got is gonna be good. I would focus on protection, offense, potency, all that stuff. But I say that in speed, all of them are gonna be helpful in some way for Malak. I would say on your circle, go protection instead of health because you're gonna get, again, like we said, more bang for your buck. On your triangle, you could do critical damage, critical chance, stuff like that. I would still go protection personally, but there's nothing wrong with like going critical damage because he is going to be dealing so much damage if you have a critical damage triangle on there. Personally, like I said, I'm gonna go protection. That's just me. And then on the cross, once again, I'm gonna go protection. You could go offense, but I'm going to go protection. And that's how I'm going to mod Darth Malak. God, I love it. All right, next up, let's talk about our favorite blaster of meatbags, HK-47. God, he's also great. Play Knights of the Old Republic. If you haven't played it, I have a lot of videos on Knights of the Old Republic. Go ahead and play it. It's a great game. He adds so much great commentary. But let's talk about our boy HK-47. Now, I run a speed set on him. There is definitely an argument to be made for critical damage. This boy can deal some serious damage if you throw some critical damage mods on him. So critical damage or speed, and then I would do critical chance just so you're landing as many critical hits as physically possible. I'm gonna run a speed primary on the arrow. I think that's probably the best way to go. Your secondaries focus on critical chance, offense, stuff like that is what I would go to. Speed. Speed's a big one. You want HK-47 to take as many turns as you can. On the triangle, crit damage. Crit damage is pretty huge. So yeah, I'm running critical damage. You could do critical chance or offense, but critical damage, in my humblest of opinions, is what you would run with, again, speed primary. And then on your triangle, or on your cross, defense is not optimal. This is just what I've got because I wanted more speed. I would say run offense. I would say run offense on HK-47 just to give him, again, more offensive capability. And then on your circle, protection or health, whichever one gets you more speed. I'm gonna be really honest with you on that. But yeah, on your cross, offense, don't do defense. I would say that is probably not a great option. I have it strictly for the speed. But yeah, that is how I would mod HK-47. Pretty straightforward. He's just gonna deal a lot of damage for you. All right. Let's talk about Sith Empire Trooper. Can we get some Fs in, if anyone watches, can we get some Fs in the comments for Sith Empire Trooper? Because all he's here for is to die. That is literally the reason that this boy exists, is so that he just goes in and dies really quick. That's what he's there for. He's given one of my favorite abilities, which is a pre-taunt. Gets a pre-taunt with the Vikings legacy, Vikings, I'm not sure, legacy. And basically the way I run him, defense mods. You don't need him to be fast. You don't need him to do much of anything except take the hits. And if he can last longer, that's great because he's gonna keep taunting, which is going to mean that people have to keep attacking him instead of someone else in your Sith Empire squad. So I'm running a full defense set. Another reason to run defense is with the Vikings legacy, you're going to get a plus 100% defense. That's pretty nice. So yeah, full defense set. I would run defense on your cross if you can. Run defense everywhere you can. You just want him to be as tanky as possible. My mods for him that are set up are not ideal in any way, but like I said, I would run defense wherever you possibly can. So on your cross, defense. On your triangle, defense. Diamond, defense. Unfortunately, hey, you could do it. I don't have any. I'm not gonna worry about this one that Chopper has. You can do it on your cross too, or on your arrow. I don't even know what shapes are anymore. I'm sorry, it's late at night. But honestly, make him as tanky as physically possible. I don't care about anything else. Defense, health, protection, whatever it takes to make him tanky, we're done. That's all we have to say about Sith Empire Trooper. And F's in the chat because he always dies. It's so sad. All right, let's talk about Sith Marauder. Now, obviously, I haven't put a lot of work into Sith Marauder. That should not discredit how good he is. He is an excellent character to have. I just haven't farmed him. It's just my personal choice, but we can still talk about his mods because it's a pretty easy character to mod. It's pretty straightforward. I would run critical damage. You could run speed as a set. I personally would probably go critical damage because this boy is going to deal so much damage. He is going to deal so much damage. He's going to gain so much turn meter anyway. I'm just saying it. Critical damage is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to say run critical damage. He can deal so much damage. I would run critical damage, and then I would run a critical chance set. So that would be my 2 sets I would run. Speed on the arrow is what I would do. On your triangle, I would do critical damage. You could do critical chance or offense, but I would do critical damage, and then offense on your cross. After that, your secondaries, I would focus on speed, critical chance. Potency is always nice, but speed is very nice for him to have. Other than that, just give him a lot of speed, make him deal as much damage as you can. He is going to just absolutely annihilate your opposing team. Sith Marauder, great character. I need to work on him more. He's just not on my list right now. Last one, Sith Assassin. Now, out of all of the Sith Empire, she is unfortunately kind of the worst. You don't see her very often in a Sith Empire team, unfortunately. She definitely has her uses, but she's not the best. Her nice one is that she can ignore protection. That's pretty cool. So the ability to ignore protection, gain more damage for each buff that she dispels from herself and for each living Sith ally. She's got her uses, don't get me wrong. I don't want to hate on her, but she ain't the best. I'm not gonna lie to you and try to tell you that she's the best character. How are you gonna want to run her? I would say go speed, crit chance, potency is nice. I'm probably gonna run speed. Speed's pretty important for her, so probably a speed set with either critical chance or potency. Probably critical chance, if I'm being honest. On her arrow, I'm gonna run speed. Speed's gonna be my choice for the arrow. On the triangle, I think critical chance, critical damage would also be nice. Offense, any of those 3, you can't really go wrong. Probably gonna go critical chance, if I'm being really honest. Probably critical chance, but critical damage would also be nice. Offense would also be nice too. I don't know, I'm undecisive because I don't have enough work with this character on a personal level, but any of those 3, I don't think you're really gonna go wrong. On your cross, you could go offense or you could go potency. Honestly, I'm tempted to go potency so that you land the shock with her dark shroud. No, I'm sorry, it's not her dark shroud. It's with her exploit weakness. She's going to inflict evasion down. So she's got some nice debuffs that you want her to land. So I would think very carefully about what you want to do here. If you want her to be dealing damage because she's ignoring protection, you might go offense. If you're wanting to make sure she lands those debuffs, I would go potency. After that, I would focus on critical chance, speed, offense, stuff like that. You know, the pretty standard ones for someone that's going to be dealing damage. And yeah, that's what we got, guys. So that is the Sith Empire in a nutshell. All hail the Sith Empire. There's a reason they've been the meta for so long. They are such a great team. They're such a staple to have. Definitely recommend it. Hopefully this helped you guys. If it did, please drop a like. It lets me know that you guys appreciate this and that you find it useful. It also helps other people find these videos. And if you did enjoy this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notifications for any new videos or live streams, and we will talk to you guys in another video. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Thanks so much.
Get down to the B side.